Welcome to the NCRTM Material Spotlight. I'm Heather Service, the NCRTM Project Manager, and this NCRTM Material Spotlight is intended to provide you with information about new NCRTM materials that may help you in your work. A link to all the materials we discussed today is available in the YouTube description below. Today, we're joined by Sierra Ladroma, Senior Associate with Griffin Hammes, who operates the National Center for Self-Employment, Business Ownership, and Telecommuting. Sierra is here to tell us a little bit about the products from the National Center for Self-Employment, Business Ownership, and Telecommuting. Sierra, I'm so excited about what you have to show us today. So I'm going to toss it over to you so you can share with us a lot of the great things that the National Center for Self-Employment is working on.
Wonderful. Hello, hello. My name is Sierra. Heather, it is a pleasure to join you today. As you said earlier, I am a senior associate with Griffin Hammes Associates. And before we start, I would love to just give a quick background on who we are. So we are known as the Center for Social Capital as well, and we are a pioneer in the field of customized employment services for people with disabilities. Our full-service consulting firm works in partnership with government agencies, employment providers, business leaders, family members, and job seekers to transform systems, lives, and communities. And we are dedicated to creating systems of support that enable diverse people with disabilities of all types to work in the jobs that are productive, financially rewarding, and life-affirming.
Wow, I love hearing a little bit about that mission and a little bit about the background. Can you share with us a few of the products that you guys have been working on at Griffin Hammes Associates?
Yes, I think you will all love this. So Griffin Hammes Associates received a grant to fund the National Center on Self-Employment, Business Ownership, and Telecommuting. And the focus is building capacity of federal and state agencies and all the partners across employment and rehabilitation to support people with disabilities in achieving self-employment, business ownership, or telecommuting as employment outcomes. But we actually have two specific objectives with our work. And the first one is increasing the number of trained professionals available to public and private agencies. And our second objective is to maintain and improve the skill, knowledge, and quality of rehabilitation professionals.
Fantastic. You have things for VR counselors, employment providers, and you have things for individuals that are seeking employment, families. There's just a little something for everyone. Can you tell us a little bit about how these products are designed and how individuals or organization can use the products that you've created?
Yes, so Griffin Hammes Associates developed in partnership with Virginia Commonwealth University, the Center on Self-Employment, Business Ownership, and Telecommuting that offers a variety of courses and resources. And I would love to just share a little bit more about those. So vocational rehabilitation counselors, short for VRC, so I'll use both terms interchangeably, but self-employment proficiency scale. This proficiency scale is an incredible tool for the field. It's used to guide counselors in how to plan and support someone around self-employment. And this can also be utilized by vocational rehabilitation agencies in designing training and support geared towards counselors. Now, vocational rehabilitation programs provide critical support for individuals with disabilities in obtaining employment. And I'll be referencing the term vocational rehabilitation a few times in our conversation. And so for short, I'll be using the verbiage VR to refer to them. But to expand opportunities and reduce barriers for VR customers, it is essential that VR programs offer a full range of employment options, including self-employment. VR counselors must have sufficient knowledge and skills and support to be effective in offering the self-employment option, right? And so we have online courses which are free of charge, and they cover topics related to self-employment, business ownership, and telecommuting, and just examples of some topic topics available are telecommuting training series, self-employment through the VR lens, orientation to self-employment and telecommuting for rehabilitation counseling students, core self-employment concepts, and business financials training series. Along with these online courses, we also have some wonderful webcasts, and then you'll have the full access to all of our archived webcasts as well. And then additional resources such as self-employment journal article database, papers and info briefs, research, self-employment assistance, and a really great piece is there are state-specific self-employment resources. And lastly, we have our success stories, and these highlight a variety of entrepreneurs and businesses from all across the country. And for use of this product, right, our self-paced online courses for VR counselors and other rehabilitation professionals can utilize resources like the self-employment success stories to learn about entrepreneurs and what might be possible. And then you could check out your state self-employment and telecommuting resources. And as for organizations, any organization would benefit from supporting its professionals and teams and accessing the courses and resources available on the website and how they can really operationalize what they learn into their daily work.
I've attended some of your webcasts. I've watched all of the success stories, and I've taken one of the courses, and they're fantastic. And I remember especially as a new VR counselor, when I first started in the field, how there's so much information to learn. And then when you see something like self-employment, that's an amazing service, but it can be a little intimidating from the counselor's perspective. I think these resources like the proficiency scale and these trainings will really help counselors feel more secure and more confident in their ability to offer and help navigate these services. So we encourage you to check all of these out, because there really is a ton of resources available. And Sierra mentioned those state resources. That's every state. They have something for every state. So no matter where you are, there's access to resources through the Center for Self-Employment. So you talked a lot about a lot of different products. What kind of impacts are you seeing from your products out there in the field? What's happening? What are the impacts and the positive successes you're hearing come from these?
So I'm so excited to share that we've had over 1,800 enrollments in our courses, classes, and webcasts. And 97% of course participants have reported that the course was relevant to their work, and 93% reported that the training content was high quality. And this is something we always want to hear, right? We always want to have this great feedback and make sure it's really helping those out there to just learn more about self-employment as a viable option.
Absolutely. Those are definitely some really positive feedback that you're getting from all of the stakeholders who've taken your trainings and your courses. Can you tell us a little bit more about where folks can go to access the products you've talked about and any other related products that you may be interested to the stakeholders watching this video?
Sure. So the best place to access all of this is on the center's website. And you can start and begin exploring there by using the navigation bar at the top of the web page. And then you can start to select different tabs, and you can start at the resource tab to learn more.
Perfect. How can individuals or organizations further connect with Griffin Hammes and the Center for Self-Employment for additional support or information?
Sure. So I recommend visiting the center's website. I also recommend following you and your team, Heather, at the National Clearinghouse of Rehabilitation Training Materials, or you could reach out to me at cladroma@griffinhammes.com. That is CLADROMA at GRIFfinhammis.com.
Perfect. Well, Sierra, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any other closing thoughts or any final plugs that you want to get in today before we wrap it up?
Yes, so I do want to share that we have our virtual conference coming up September 18 to 19, and we will have special keynote speaker Dante Allen, who is the Rehabilitation Service Administration Commissioner. And so you'll be able to register for that on the Center on Self-Employment website, as well as your platform too, Heather, the National Clearinghouse of Rehabilitation Training Materials.
We're so excited to hear more from Commissioner Allen. This conference sounds like an amazing opportunity. We encourage you to stay up to date with everything that's happening with the Clearinghouse. You can visit our website by visiting ncrtm.ed.gov. We also encourage you to sign up for library updates. So once a month, we'll send out an update that will include all of the new materials that have been added to the NCRTM library. We have a wide variety of materials, could be podcasts, research articles, videos. We also have a monthly newsletter that we share information, including things from RSA grantees like the Center for Self-Employment, the Technical Assistance Centers, all of the new products that come out through NCRTM, as well as RSA updates. You can also follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, to stay up to date with even more information. So we thank you for joining us today, Sierra, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon.
I had such a great time, Heather. Thank you for having me. We'll talk soon.
The National Clearinghouse of Rehabilitation Training Materials, NCRTM, is maintained by New Editions Consulting, Inc., and sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education Rehabilitation Services Administration, RSA, under contract number 91990021C0033. However, these contents do not necessarily represent the policy of the Department of Education, and you should not assume endorsement by the federal government.